Boom, bam, bam. Welcome to Old Talk United on the United Hour. You know, we just do every Sunday. Talk about Manchester United and drink. Yeah, that's what we just do every Sunday. So today, Manchester United ended the season with a win against Fulham. Third time we beat up Fulham for the season. You know, that's what we're all about. So we're going to talk a little bit about the game. But we're also going to be talking about the season itself. Yes, the season is not completed for us. We still have a final to play, but we're going to do a little season review, look at the players, talk about these kinds of things. Hopefully, we won't slur too much during the end of the program, we just get inside of here on a Sunday. So, good afternoon to Martin Phillip on the inside early. So let me introduce who is in studio here with me. We got the man Greg B. We got J Born and CJ, not from the West, but from Central. Yeah, CJ from Central. That is the man who we have inside. So, gentlemen, I'm not going to ask any of you all what you all are drinking because I know you all are drinking lame stuff. But I'm going to talk about what I'm drinking.
Wow.
I am drinking Dixie's Homemade Delights Sorrel Rum Punch.
Boy.
You understand what I'm saying? For those who know, it's good stuff.
Shout out to Dixie, man. Shout out to Dixie.
Yeah, big up Dixie.
You're gonna put a link. You wanna buy some of that? Put a link in the comments just now. So
once again, that is Dixie.
Let's jump into it, gentlemen. Manchester United. You know what I thought about this? What I thought about when I was watching the game today? I was watching the game today and I felt this game is a microcosm of our season. Right? Create a lot of chances, miss, hit the post, all kind of thing. Then the opposition scores. Right? Just like the beginning of the season, started down 2 games, started behind the 8 ball. Pick ourselves up, ended up having real good home form throughout the course of the season. David De Gea, another Golden Glove, all the criticisms throughout him, he still ended up coming up big in this game and throughout the season. Weghorst, opportunities missed in this game and throughout the season. Failure, no goals in the Premier League. And Anthony Martial, here but not here, throughout most of the season, most of the game and most of the season. The only thing that was different is that Rashford didn't score today because Rashford had a really good goal scoring season. But other than that, this game today was just symptomatic of Manchester United's season. We won the game. We finished third. I would think we consider that a winning season so far. But what are your thoughts about the club overall this season? Let me start with you, man, Greg.
Just to kind of piggyback on that point that you were making, today's game kind of felt like a bit of a full circle moment because, like you said, a lot of scenarios that went on in the game were similar situations that we could have described to every game that we've had. You had this team where Fulham were just there trying to just cause problems, and we've allowed teams that you would figure we should be able to just roll over at times, come and just shock us at one point. But composure seems to catch itself, and then eventually we find our feet. Jadon Sancho getting a goal, Bruno Fernandes getting a goal, David De Gea saving a penalty. How often can we say that? But credit to him, nevertheless. Golden Glove winner. I'm not gonna hate on the guy. Paul Weghorst. I'm just gonna be like this with him because it's like, one, I knew the guy is not here for a long period of time. We all knew this was a loan. We all knew this is a consequence of the Glazers not having any money to give us to get an actual proper prolific striker in the transfer window. So But Vegas at times to me is considered a bit of a victim of circumstance. Right mentality, right mindset, just poor finishing, killing him. But hey, at least he leave with more trophies than Harry Kane. But overall, overall, the season had its ups and downs. I mean, the high point for me was beating City in the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford. The low points, well, obviously, I think we all know which game I will refer to as our low point. I don't even want to get into that. But in spite of all of that, dealing with those different things, plus with the Ronaldo saga, and we still finished third.
You didn't forget about that, though.
Was that?
I forget about Ronaldo, but hard luck to shucks.
Yeah, well, this is just goes to show how much we've stepped up and gone to another level with it. That we finished third. We have we have trophies in and we have another one that we have to play for. It just goes to show that Ten Hag has said, you know what? Let's not dwell on situations. Let's just focus on what's in front of us and keep going to the next step and progressing.
Yeah.
So for me, I look at it as this season has been favorably successful in that regard. So kudos to Eric Ten Hag, kudos to the players. All the best to the FA Cup final. That's all I can say right now.
Talk to me, J-Bone. Shabaka said we beaten City next week. Our coach has assured us of this. Big up to Adrian Duncan in the comments.
When I just basically kind of look back at us this season, our performances, as they said, Greg B, we had our ups and our downs, definitely. But I want to focus more on the games that we were up and we were looking dangerous. We were looking like vintage Manchester United for a brief moment of the first half of the season. Right. I just want to go over some of like these statistics. Just want to make some honorable mentions. Wout Weghorst, I don't know if I pronounced his first name correctly. 17 appearances,
No, you're good.
Zero goals, 1 assist. Job well done, Weghorst. Job well done.
Wait, he didn't get a goal in Europa? And
He got a goal.
Brother, we talk about Premier League. We talk about the league. I talk about the league alone. We just talk about the league. We just talk about the league.
Okay.
17 appearances, 0 goals, 1 assist. Job well done. Anthony Martial, despite what we had to say about Martial, I mean, 21 appearances, 6 goals, 2 assists. Still did better than Weghorst, but I mean, for 26 games though, bro, like 6 goals, nah. We need to do better than that. Sancho, 26 games, 6
This is
goals.
Martial prop.
What's that?
This is Martial prop.
All right. As I said, I just point out, we know that we over the season and whatever, but I want to point out some of the things that we could improve on definitely. Like, Martial, is either you need to go or you need to, like, find yourself, bro. Like, I don't know. Go to church or go AA or something and just get your life together. Like, this is really cool.
Stop on your wife.
This is-
Now you hear this up there. Stop on your wife.
that is a lie because when he is
One more person I want to highlight as well, who also scored more goals than Weghorst, by the way. Scott McTominay, you know that CJ player, 24 appearances, 1 goal, 0 assists. CJ, your boy shining.
Did Valverde good you? Because the way you just like throwing that shit at him, man. Did Valverde good you sometime in your life? Because
he got your
No.
shit at me. He got your shit at me. That was the plan.
what he said.
That was the plan.
Nah, but and everyone had a better season than Weghorst. So, like, seriously, the entire team had a better season than Weghorst. Like, I just glad that loan deal over, and that is it. We don't have to do that again. We could focus on bigger, better things.
You do know he contributed to us winning a trophy, right? So
You really go in there, though? You go in there right now?
yes,
You go in there?
I go in there. Since you want to throw shade at him, man. Since you want to throw shade at him, man. Remind me, who was the man who assisted Marcus Rashford to score in the final against Newcastle?
Any
So anybody could have done that, though. Like, he didn't do nothing exceptional. he didn't do nothing
Really?
exceptional.
Really?
Like,
So they passed me.
Hold on, guys. Stick up in. Let me just answer this question from Adrian. We're gonna be at Dexter's, Adrian. The MUSC team.
Wait, we were met Dexter?
Wh-
Yeah,
which
the
one? The main road? The main road or the one in back?
The new one.
Oh, all right.
The new Dexter's on the main road on Aruka. Don't worry, we'll be sending the link out. When we advertising it. So we're gonna be by Dexter's for the FA Cup final. Yes, guys, carry on.
Not that man like Dexter. That's all I can say.
Well, yeah, I'll say all in all, I know I probably touched some nerves with that Wegos thing. So I apologize, Greg B, CJ. I sorry, right? I was just pointing out something. I just don't like the man. I say it in big. I say it in big. I don't like the man. I don't like him.
To be fair, it's not that to be fair, I would say Martial did help this season with some goals, but it's the same as Weghorst. At least Weghorst was healthy. Me and Vex with Weghorst. Weghorst, you gotta understand, Weghorst is a talented OJT worker. You don't put the whole company on a OJT worker. That would be reckless. Are you going to expect $1 million plays from an OJT worker? Are you crazy? You gotta expect. They're like asking me for 2 years.
But CJ, you know that as the OJT and the contract because it's going to be hardest. You supposed to be all right. If you want to be in this team, you had to work. Show us that hey, I need to be on this team. OJT work. That's the point of OJT. You're showing us hey, we need to hire this guy. You understand what I'm saying?
But you're busy proper that man who showed up probably like what twice for the last 3 years. That what you're doing?
I gotta be honest with you, dog.
That's basically what Martial is right now, you know.
I gotta say, Jonathan, to correct you, Jonathan, we just work hard because we getting paid, you know. But we know we ain't gonna be there forever. I know I had to look for work after the 2 years. I'm not dog, right?
No, but depending on how hard you work, you know, they might hire full time. That's the point. And I didn't see that from him. You know, one of the loan players that I was most impressed with? Sabitzer. That little space that time he came, whenever he got called up to play, dog, he was playing hard. He was playing his best, and I could see that. You don't already see that in Weghorst. Like I don't see it. I don't know if he just lacking the ability or he just not trying hard enough, but I just wasn't seeing it. I'm sorry, I wasn't seeing it.
I think if you're honest, Weghorst just is doing exactly that. Lacks the ability. You know, his work ethic I think was there, but it's just, you know, you can't squeeze water out of a stone. You know what I mean? They could belt it, but you can't squeeze water out of it. And Weghorst did the best that he could have done, and we appreciate at least he brought numbers and bodies. As we all know, it was a loan, and he definitely
that's the point.
He didn't state a case for it being anything more than a loan. I just want to bring up one thing. I think we'd all agree that Sabitzer had a successful loan. That his loan spell was very successful, even though it had punctuated with some injuries. I just want a quick yes or no around the board. Would you all take Sabitzer or would you go back in the market for somebody else? Doesn't matter who.
I think it's Sabitzer.
I go back to Sabitzer. I went back.
Because if you watch it,
I think it's unanimous. I mean, his versatility is one of those things that can be useful in any aspect. Because this is a guy who can play as a 10, an 8, a 6. He even played wide a few times as well too. He's a versatile.
He's a useful guy to have, you know.
He can even play the false 9 at times. I mean,
and also too.
He's like
I just gonna sound like that for some shit, but he's everything that Pogba was supposed to be.
Oh, boom!
I said it, big. I ain't breaking.
The plane just crashed with the coke.
I would have said shots fired, but Pogba in a position to fire back no shots right about now.
That's the starting. Now I just say the plane crashed. Like
I know, Catch, on your rude, nobody asked you about my season review. Wow.
No.
No, we're coming to you.
I want to. Martin Phillips says go back to the market, and I'm going to be the only man that agrees. I think we should go back in the market. Sabitza's loan was successful. However, when I hear my manager said that we need a striker, yes, but we also need a midfield. We're hearing a lot of reports that the manager is looking to enhance our midfield. That tells me he doesn't feel Sabitzer is the answer. Because if you feel Sabitzer is the answer, you wouldn't be saying you need to go back and look for a midfielder while the man's still here in the team.
Maybe he
Right.
need to, maybe he said,
If I may interject for a second, I'm thinking that while we're saying that we could keep him, it doesn't necessarily mean that we think he's gonna be the be all and end all of everything.
No, I'm not saying you all say that.
To add depth and quality depth to the team.
Yeah,
So it's
of course.
to be an addition that we have to somebody else that could also be brought in. So
I
the more the merrier.
I hear that.
I see. Keep Sabitzer. Go for another midfielder. Go for a striker. Yeah.
I hear that. I hear that, Greg B. But I don't know. For me, as much as it was a successful loan, and at one point I wanted to keep him. As I got closer to the end of the season, and I started to think, who knows? There may be other talents out there that just may be better and maybe a better fit. So I'm not as gun-ho on Sabitzer as I was. Let me just put it like that, right? I'm not Sabitzer, but
it could be like how you see, you're talking to your crush. I don't know. I tell this girl I like, and your crush say, well, yeah, tell she maybe he's doing that.
So CJ, which player? We touched on some players already. So in terms of a player that we did not touch on, and there are lots that have the hair, that have rash, so there are a lot of players you could choose from. Who you want to touch on in regard to talking about the season?
Personally, we could talk about a fella who did a lot, even though he was not playing, which was Harry Maguire. I find he hold the bench real nice, and that did a lot for.
He helped our season by not playing. That was his way. That was his way. Big up he one time.
Not big man coming to the Gatorade.
I personally am hoping that was his last season. That was his memorial game for Manchester United. But
can be. But for me, we should touch on personally is Casemiro. Honestly, he's playing for me, honestly. Because
really do you go down far, boy?
Yeah.
Season,
yeah, because if you kind of watch it, he kind of shows how important a DM is for everybody in the team. I mean, the DM opens up everything. Like, if you think about it, we wouldn't be looking like this if we didn't have a DM like Casemiro, if you watch it good. I just mean,
you know what?
And just as I said at the beginning of the show, this game was symptomatic of our entire season. Casemiro had a great game, great influence, great passes, and he gave away a penalty. Just like getting 2 red cards and suspensions during the season.
So wait.
This game was just like watching Manchester United season in 90 minutes.
It was season highlights.
CJ, so all right, I like what you say. That you play this season. I think right now, I think everyone of the 40 panelists here, everyone pick an MVP and we go around the board. CJ, you done started off, so
no.
You done?
We want to deal with that on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, we will go through we'll go through Wednesday,
yeah.
On our Wednesday program at 6, we're going to go through our own awards. So that is what the program on Wednesday is going to be. Everybody's going to get to pick the player the season is, all the things, the youth player this season, all the stuff that United does. We're going to do our own awards here, and we're going to, from that perspective. So we wouldn't touch on that today. But go ahead, CJ.
Yeah. But overall, looking at this, also Lisandro Martinez does deserve a shout as well.
Yes.
he's been really good. Like I find if he didn't get injured,
If he didn't get in, no, I know going to say that.
yeah, if he didn't get injured, the season would have been easier. I feel like it would have been easier. But say what you can't do them things.
All I could say about that is that Jamie Carragher spit on a man and his daughter and didn't apologize. But he apologized for saying Martinez was too small and couldn't play in the Premier League.
Priorities.
Yeah, he had to swallow it up.
And it just goes to show how dominant and how good Martinez is that he could get an apology from Jamie Carragher. That's what I had to say. But go ahead.
Yeah, but who else, boy? Squad player, alright, you had to big up Fred because Fred has been doing well as a squad player. Like, let's be real. The man.
Big assist today.
Oh, good. I watch that. I see that man party sees like Moses, yeah? Man party defense like Moses, yeah?
That pass was set.
Fred. I mean, Fred has been like the number one enemy of not just football fans, but even our own United fans. We used to be on Fred like, where we get this man from? But the man, he proved that he is good.
I belong to Maguire.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, he would have been number 2. All right, fine. Number two enemy.
It's time to call Fred Batman.
What they call it, Batman?
No, absolutely
Fred
not.
Batman. Fred is Batman this year.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. We all know why I say no. No. So that's my boy. I ain't having that.
Holy man was passing. He was spreading. What you mean?
Hey, Robbie. Robbie the Bobby.
Bon, I gotta talk to you off air, baby.
Hey, let me leave. Hey, let me look to the
Greg, the last show we confirmed that is Robbie's new nickname. We came to our conclusion about that.
Yes, but we didn't have a.
No. Robert.
Yeah, we came to our conclusion. I don't know if Robert agreed to that.
Well, you gotta understand, Robert can get very disrespectful fast. So I'm not not me.
Come CJ, wrap up yeah.
But overall, you have to give this. I give this season a proper finish. I mean, third place, a trophy, and win a final. That's a great season. I taking that. Give me that. Good.
Yeah, you see,
once the season is not Arsenal season, you get through.
Catch yourself.
We see worse.
Let me just read this.
We literally seen was this year. Literally.
We know who suffer more, though. Arsenal or Trinidad Killer. We know who suffer more.
Oh, good.
So Martin Phillips says when Ten Hag started, the question was asked about United playing in the top 4. Most supporters were doubtful. I said City would win, United would come second, Newcastle and Arsenal. Yeah, that is Martin Phillips had said that whole season he expected United to come second and beat Arsenal to second place. Well, that didn't happen, but that was the only thing he got wrong. Robbie, I want to come to you. What are your overall thoughts of Manchester United this season?
From where we were at the start, we were last place. I mean, the first 2 games, we got beat 2-0, 4-0. We were in the mud. The whole debacle with Henderson, Ronaldo, the captaincy, all the therapy and drama that went on with our club. And I think Ten Hag was able to take on everything and really and truly showed his mettle. And I think again he didn't do an ollie, try to be like everyone's best friend. He came and he said that, I am the manager and I am demanding this from everyone, and I like how he didn't show any favorites. It's not like how we know with Ollie, he knew his favorites. With Jose, he had favorites. Like he had no favorites.
Who was
Rashford.
who was all your favorites again? I keep forgetting.
I mean, Poggy,
Harry Maguire.
Rashi, Lingy, Lingardinho. Who else, boy?
McTominay.
McTominay.
I mean, we had nobody else in midfield.
Everybody who he added that E.
Yeah.
Stop defending McTominay.
Right.
Stop doing it.
No, we had nobody else in midfield. I tell you.
No,
Nobody
we
else?
did. Oh, dog.
You had Van de Beek.
Well,
But he wasn't a favorite, clearly.
No, he wasn't a favorite. No, but and the thing is, he showed that he had no favorites. Remember when Rashford was on form, he was scoring every game. The man should have played for training. The man said, "No, see you bench." And I was there. I was there, and I was like, "But dog, are you mad? It's not making no sense. We have to win this game." But he was willing to put our game at risk just to show everybody in the room.
Easy boss. Yeah.
Easy boss.
I like that about him. I really like that about him.
That is something that Ferguson would have done, right? That's something that Fergie would have done, and he did it. You know what I mean? So, and then where we are now, you see the guys in them. They matured. We have Garnacho there. He coming to come. I like him because man said, "The hell with Messi, the hell with Argentina. Call you all a bunch of racists, right? Fight with all here, right?" And said, "I love Ronaldo. Sue, I love him, right? Man, love this badge. I like him for that, right? I like Ahmad. He went on loan. He went on loan, and he started now. I think he understands what he coming back to. It have
Anybody
no right. As I said, it have no show place. Not even Bruno plays show. You know what I mean? Bruno, Martial, De Gea, no one plays a show, and everyone had a fight for the place.
Bruno played every game for us though, but
Right, but
honestly, amazing.
he at least right, no, but he at least earned. He understood that he himself had to earn it. Everyone had to earn the place. You understand?
Yeah.
And so to me, we had a regular season. We came right where we now third or fourth? Third.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, it was good.
Right. We third. Right. We have a trophy. Right.
Mhm.
Arsenal.
We can win another one too.
Right. We're not final. Right. We beat
Yeah.
We beat City. Right. We beat them 2-1. We did, right? I mean,
Yes.
who else
Hey,
did
Robbie, you know what I really like about this season, Robbie? Is the fact that we faced adversity from the beginning of the season to the end. I don't know how people hate Manchester United so much. Like I never see that.
No, but
Everybody hates us.
Because
And it's Arsenal, who spend 91% of the time on top of the league
and I
and
think
still
that-
lost.
And I think, see, we were in real trophies. We were in real competitions, and even
We did it all, and we
Right,
faced
and
endless
I was
hate.
saying on this show, or on the Thursday show, that I found out we were in too many things, and we need to drop out. But Ten Hag proved me wrong. The man proved me wrong. Because if we did that, we'd have never gone and won a Carabao Cup, right? We'd have never been in a final in the FA Cup. If he had took everything like a joke. You understand?
Remember, Robert. Bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish to fry.
This and then remember, right? Arsenal is shit. Arsenal a bunch of pussies.
Somebody it's a way of printing. Somebody
Chelsea.
printing. Print my shit bigger fish to fry now. I will pay it.
No, but it have one there. Look, go on YouTube, right? Look at Spurs fan, the only
Yes.
one, him.
Expression.
He have jerseys now.
Expressions.
He have jerseys now.
Expression.
The man wore jerseys in front of the Emirates. He and his brother did a show, and he have it on sale. Bigger fish to fry.
Mind you, his club had less silverware than
That's
my
okay.
club right now, eh?
That's okay. You know why? Because they're up and down, right? Remember, Arsenal are a bunch of pussies, right? Chelsea, right? They're League One team. Liverpool. Bottle jobs, dog. Liverpool are the biggest bunch
So,
of
so
What's happening right now? Like,
just now, Robert, just now.
Liverpool are a bunch of waste men. Waste men, Liverpool dog. Waste men. Waste.
what's up?
So, Martin Phillip wants to know, Robert,
Uh-huh.
if you think that he is saying that the happiest people in Manchester right now are the Glazers. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, first, they're never there, so that's true. How often do you see them there? How often? They're never there.
They're like a lunar eclipse.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like
exactly.
that one dad who say I'm gonna get some milk and come back.
I never come back.
I was looking for the receipts. I couldn't seem to find them. I'll have to look a little more.
I hate you.
Because at the beginning of the season,
I crying, yeah.
at the beginning of the season, we would have asked people to make their predictions.
Yeah.
And I would have recorded it, but I can't seem to find it. I don't know. But anyway, I don't remember my prediction.
Mhm.
Before you go any further, Prez, I also want to shout out to the Newcastle fans that were trying to troll me on Twitter and saying how they were going to finish above us. Yeah, that aged well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that and my predictions obviously didn't have Arsenal in the top four. It didn't have
I don't
Newcastle.
think
in
none
the
of us. I think none of us.
No.
I don't think nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
However, it did have Manchester United finishing third. Right? My prediction, I think, was City, Liverpool, United, and I think probably most likely.
Wait,
I
I
was
don't
fourth.
catch.
I think I was fourth. I think so.
Wait, I don't catch. Wait, I don't catch.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't catch. No, before let's go. Wait, I don't catch. You mean to tell me Leicester had a thinner and less squad than Arsenal and did
Yeah.
not beat the league, but Arsenal had more talent and bottom the league? I know catch.
You know why? You know why? You know why?
Why?
You know why? Because Arsenal and their fans are a bunch of. Ego. Understand?
Robert,
These
Robert,
men deserve
I
no
can't.
Arsenal fans deserve no respect. You deserve no respect from me, from you, from the dog, the cat, the rat, the nothing. No
Dog
respect.
around
No,
there?
yeah. Robbie, I right there with you. I hate them too. You know why?
No.
You can't tell me you spend 91% of the season in first.
Yes.
And you nah. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. Nah.
But sit down to
I
the
see
first
them.
don't even like asking
No,
Arsenal. Yes?
no. Hey, we have some friends, right? Well, not we. Try to have some friends,
Shout
One
out
of the
some
guys, yeah.
Shout out some friends.
Right? A guy who's a big Arsenal fan has a channel, right? That does do like fantasy stuff, right? How dare he? Right? How dare
Oh, I
he
know what you're talking
come
about.
on this YouTube and talk? Doggy, no. Go back where you come from.
Yeah, but Robert, in case you haven't noticed, Arsenal fans are a little thick in the head, you know.
Yes, take his show, right, and give it to someone else, right? At least until next year. And then come again. Right? These
I want to ask this question. As there's a
Man,
season review,
Uh-huh.
let's talk a little bit about some of the other teams in the league. And I want to ask this question. Serious question, and we don't want a liturgy. I just want yes or no's are going around the board, right? The question is simply this. I'm going to call a team, and for each team I call, I'm going to ask the question, do you think that team is going to be a title contender? I'm finishing it up for a genuine title contender next season, right? Season to come. Manchester City, anybody thinks they're going to be a title contender? Yes, no? Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah.
CJ?
City?
Yeah.
And it had because like every team could level up very quickly in the Premier League next season, though, depending on how things go.
Yes or no? Do you think they'll be a title contender?
Nah, they can't do it. They can't do it again. I don't feel like it again.
Not 4 times in a row. All right. Greg B?
Honestly, yeah, they're gonna spend money, obviously. So I think they will push themselves enough. I mean, there's Pep is always gonna try and push himself in this. They fall off out of me real trick, but I still see him.
J-Bone, title contender.
It's a definite YES. They're just too OP. They're like Goku in Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, they're just too OP right now.
Liverpool, Robert, title contender next season. Next season.
What's happening here? What is going on?
CJ, Liverpool.
Not drinking.
Liverpool are fit Jota whole season, fit Diaz, fit these are the two guys they bought this season, Gakpo and company. Talk to me, what were you thinking about Liverpool?
Honestly, I could get married before Liverpool become a title contender next season.
Don't do marriage, man. Don't do that.
So
Don't do that to marriage. Marriage is a great thing. Okay?
J-Bone,
Marriage is a great thing.
Liverpool.
Stop it.
Honestly speaking, from what I see in from what I saw this season and what it looking like going to happen in the off season, I would say no. I don't think they could pull it off. I think everybody get accustomed to Klopp's style now. So like the whole league don't know how to deal with Liverpool now. So they're probably going to scrape to reach in the top 4. They're not going to be fighting for first like usual. Nah, I don't see it.
Greg B, title contenders.
Nah. I mean, they're gonna have a hard time replacing money. I mean, if the only way I can see it really threatening is if Darwin Núñez and them somehow just manage to take over and find Erling Haaland or somewhere there, but I don't see that happening. And the midfield is way too old. They have a lot of refreshers in. So nah, they'll be lucky if they get Europa League again.
All right, Chelsea. Now a lot of people, we all know how Chelsea ended this season, and Chelsea's a big joke. But we have to remember that squad is good. They have a manager that is accustomed finishing top 4, that is accustomed being a bridesmaid. He always there and thereabouts. So they have a manager who knows how to win in the Premier League. And they're going to continue to spend money, right? They're going to continue to improve that team. So do you see Chelsea as title contenders next season, Rob?
Chelsea as title. I could see Jabo win Club World Cup.
I believe that. I literally believe that in my heart.
Hey! That Jabo take a win Club World Cup before Chelsea.
Yeah, I believe that.
Jabo beat Corinthians 2-0.
Wow.
Jabo beat Corinthians 2-0 in the Club World Cup next season. Watch it.
Greg B, Chelsea. Chelsea title contenders.
Not yet. It really depends on what club, Pochettino does with that team. Yeah. So
right,
I mean, there's a lot of players that have to go in and out.
Contenders, maybe yeah. I would say because it's Poch. They won't win because it's Poch.
What
is going on?
History of the Tottenham. It is the history of the Spurs.
It's called heritage. These men are just heritage of
This is football.
Always the bridesmaid, and
no.
And
He's
never
not a bridesmaid. He's not a bridesmaid. He's a man in the crowd. The back.
Chico Pocha regular.
He's just there all the time, but he's like the watcher. He just always watching. He just there.
Yeah.
All I had to say is Pochettino have a lot to prove. The man was on ice for 3 seasons.
No.
And he has a lot to prove to prove himself relevant in the world of football.
He have nothing to prove. I don't know. He can't do it. I don't even have to think about what he has to prove. He can't do it. He can't.
How can he go PSG, right, and lose the title? It's like you.
Yeah.
No.
As you say, Robert, heritage. He can't help it. It's in his DNA.
Yeah.
So
Arsenal.
Yes.
Title
contenders.
Did you already?
Yes. No, we didn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Yes, I think they will be title contenders too, but they're not going to win. They will spend foot. They will be on top for the whole season, and then I'm feeling to win. They say, "Oops, that's it."
Okay, that's a man.
AFC Richmond finishing on top of Arsenal next season.
No.
Oh shit.
So CJ, you don't see Arsenal as title contenders.
Sir, I gotta be real with you. You see, here's the crux. What a retirement and when I go before Arsenal win any goal. I just
No, man.
In the Premier League.
Hey, CJ, the man and say if they go on with the question is if they will be title contenders. They are usually title contenders. They just don't win. They just been first and then they just say, nah, change my mind. I want to win this time.
Not even title contenders.
Bro,
No, but they were. But CJ, they were title contenders. They want to be table. They want to.
We talking next season and CJ has made it easy. No,
Next season they will be Aston Villa 6 contenders. That's
Bruh.
Greg B, title contenders Arsenal.
Honestly, this look like a Leicester season for them. I don't think they can repeat this just like that.
Well, Martin Phillips agrees with CJ and Greg B. He says he thinks Arsenal will miss out on the top 4 next season.
No.
So this season is a
they will be second. That's something, yeah? They will be
I
second.
think they will be title contenders once again. You know. I think they will do it again. They will still be title contenders, but they just wouldn't win. That's what.
Until we know what is going on with Tottenham Hotspurs, it doesn't make sense asking this question where they are concerned because we have no idea what is going on with that club. So I will ask finally about Manchester United. Do you think that Manchester United is going to be title contenders next season, Robert?
Okay. Is this with our current owners or new owners?
Do you? We do have a crystal ball. We don't know what the future holds. Based on what you know right
General
now,
consensus, though. General consensus.
Title contenders.
If everything stays as it is, I would have to say no, because I know these men will not impress the club. And that is the only reason. That's the only reason. Not because of the players.
So under new ownership, the answer is yes.
Yes. Because that whole team will get a boost. But these people...
No, that's true. That's a very important part of our next play. That's a very, very important part for you.
Greg B, title contenders United next season.
I kind of am inclined to agree with how Robert looks at it, because honestly, this team has done well given the circumstances. But if we don't really make improvements and if the ownership doesn't change and step up and invest in the team properly, then I don't see us. We may look like we're going to do it, but then we might just fall short along the line. So it really depends on the scenario. But
yeah,
it really doesn't go right.
Fair enough, J-Bon.
And sad, you know, I always be one doesn't agree with everybody, but I have to agree with Robbie on this one because it is a very important part of our next move. If the whole ownership thing not settled, like we have the potential to be title contenders next year. We know that in terms of how we've been playing. But if we can't make the necessary moves that we need to make, then we won't be title contenders. We need to make certain moves, and if the ownership thing, you know, it's not sorting out, we won't be title contenders. No, I can't see it.
All right. Fair enough. Martin Philip agrees. New owners. I think we will be title contenders. And I didn't give my opinion on Arsenal. And Chelsea. Chelsea, I think, will bounce back because even though it's different ownership, it's not Abramovich. I just think this Chelsea team under Pochettino is going to bounce back. So they will contend. They should be in the top 4 next season. Arsenal, I actually would agree with some of you guys. I think it's very likely that Arsenal is not going to repeat, not have the success that they had this season. Now, the success was getting booted out of all competitions and finishing second.
They got fish to fry.
They're not going to have to. They're not going to have that success, right?
No, but they will.
So,
they will. You know why they will, dog? You know why they will? Connected, they'll come again, and they'll come even closer.
Just to make Arsenal fans suffer.
Even more.
Just put them through the ringer.
Again.
I hear you. So based on what we've just said, right? Listening to everybody's comments, listening to the comments in the comments. City definite contenders. United, depending on ownership, definite contenders. Liverpool, men kind of iffy on Liverpool. Men very suspect on Arsenal. been very suspect on Chelsea. You know who I didn't ask about?
Newcastle.
Oh.
Newcastle. Martin is asking, what about Spurs? Based on Spurs' presence,
Oh God, nobody cares about Spurs though. Like that's a team.
based on Spurs'
I hear
present
Spurs is
situation,
I hear they have a chicken joint.
we can't really ask about Spurs because nobody knows what Spurs' future holds. We don't even know who Spurs' coach going to be next.
No, but Chad, I hear they have a chicken joint. See, they have a chicken. And it drops by the corner there. That's Spurs in.
Chad,
So
Chad.
we leave Spurs out.
Hear what you saying, Chad. If the ownership thing clear up and we get to sign Harry Kane, Tottenham will be done and buried. That team have no substance, no backing, no strength behind other than Harry Kane. If you take away Harry Kane from them, right? Harry Kane had like how many goals this season for the Premier League? 30 goals in the Premier League. If you take away his 30 goals, where you think Tottenham would have been? You understand?
Fighting early.
Probably in relegation zone.
That's what I'm saying. They take away Harry Kane from them, they are not a team.
It's like
So Newcastle, guys, moving along from Spurs. Newcastle. Anybody thinks Newcastle is going to be challenging for the title next season?
if they invest well, yes. If they get players like depth,
And they have the money and they're in Champions League now, so they will be able to attract certain players.
yeah. If they get players who could add to that depth, nah boy, they could be title contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Howe is a decent manager as well too, so he knows how to tactically adjust
You know,
the scenario. So I believe that they if, depending on how everybody's saying, depending on who they get to back up themselves, I believe they can cause a few upsets and they might actually challenge.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, yes.
actually, I have more confidence in Newcastle and Chelsea.
Than Chelsea.
to be fair, Spurs with Harry Kane is Japs, but without him is Darren's dog. Like it's two different things. It's the same thing, entirely different. Like dog, I will go to Japs, but nobody don't talk about Darren's chicken. Like no, you don't talk about Darren's free dog. Free dog.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I personally believe I've been hearing on the grapevine that Spurs have been trying to shop Harry Kane out to teams outside of the Premier League.
Of course
I don't know how true that is, but it seems like a very Spurs things to do. They know they're gonna lose the player. They don't want to lose him to a club in the Premier League. So
Exactly.
that makes sense to me. And the mere fact that they're trying to shop him tells me that they know they're gonna lose the player. So we're looking at Spurs we don't know who coaching. We're looking at Spurs without Harry Kane. We're looking at Spurs that needs drastic investment in the off season. We just now I don't know. Spurs fans is the first time Spurs fans have really been anti-ownership, anti-Levy. You know, everybody outside of Spurs always complaining about Levy, but Spurs fans love Levy. This is the first season. You know, he was booed, he was targeted. So let's see, let's see if they do something different. Let's see if something shifts.
Yeah, well, Chad, when you think about what's taken place, I mean, to go from the high of being in the Champions League final in 2019 to barely qualifying for Champions League at one point to not even being in Europe at the end of this season, eventually is going to take a turn. I mean, all the investments that they made with the likes of Perisic, Dejan Spence, Richarlison, who only scored one Premiership goal this season. All that money you spent,
Even
and then you feel like you're not
highly rated youth players like Seston Young.
Yeah. You bring it in Bentancur, who honestly was one of the best of a bad bunch at Juventus. You're telling yourself that you expected to see
when administration, because management normally we're referring to managers, right, on the field. But when administration uses politics to make decisions instead of good footballing sense, I have no problem with them getting kicked to the curb or being raked over the coals. And the wrong decision was to fire Jose Mourinho when they fired Jose Mourinho. Right? Jose Mourinho brought you to a final, let him man go. You know how your season could have turned around if Jose Mourinho was allowed to compete in that final and probably may have won it. You know what I mean?
No. He would have won. Remember, Jose Mourinho has been to 5 finals, right? And won all 5. The man knows how to win
Not true.
finals.
Not true.
Yes.
Not true.
It's not 4 to 5?
He lost the FA Cup final with us against Chelsea.
That was the only one.
I was right.
That was the
Still-
final or the semi-final? No, it was the final. Yeah.
Final?
That was the final.
Final?
It was the
Was the
final.
final.
I remember.
I
It was the
remember.
final.
We beat Spurs to
we-
reach
we-
the
Because we
final.
played Spurs in the semis of the FA Cup.
Yeah, we beat
Ah.
Spurs in the final.
And then we,
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, but
But
Jose
yeah,
Mourinho,
back
I
to
think
my original point though. Back to my original point. At the end of the day, that was a recipe for disaster. On top of that, you have your manager coming out and talking about the identity and the ambition of the club. It was a recipe for disaster all in itself. So gradually, the fans seen all of this, and they feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. What else are they left with? The people at the higher ups who are making these decisions now are making it hard for them to say, all right, you know what, I'm going to back this guy because he's giving me good. Everybody has a breaking point. Spurs fans have finally reached theirs, and they've reached theirs with Daniel Levy.
Yeah, so let's see if Daniel Levy will do something different. Let's see. Time will tell. Martin Phillips is saying Levy will not sell Harry to anyone in the Premier League except the money offered to Spurs is higher than expected. I'm not sure about that, you know. Harry Kane have 1 more year in his contract. You don't sell Harry Kane now. If Harry says he wants to leave,
You're not gonna get anything off him.
you're going to
Harry-
get nothing for him, and you're going to have no influence over where he goes.
I think
At the
Harry
end of
Kane
next
not
season.
even. I think he's staying. I think Harry Kane has gotten accustomed to that one woman. He can't leave. Leave it, tie him up.
Which is why I said the man has Stockholm syndrome.
Yes. You understand? The woman give him that pillow with the little stuck in between. Oops, that's it. He is stuck there forever. And ever and ever and ever.
You know, we as United supporters, we keep
That's why
talking
CJ,
about Harry
don't
Kane.
eat from woman house. Eat home. Good.
Nah, Harry not so stupid, man. Harry, I mean, we know he looking old, but he not that old, and we just looking a long time. But
You know,
you know, he did any sense. He's a big city guy. He will move.
If Manchester United doesn't
no,
go
no,
for
He's
Harry Kane,
tied. He is tied up. Right? He's
If
tied
Manchester
up.
I think he wants to leave. Like if you watch his body language this season,
let's finish this point.
if Harry Kane, if Manchester United doesn't go for Harry Kane, I could actually see what Robert's saying happening. Because I don't think City going for Harry Kane. City have 2 real good young strikers. You have one man banging in, he goes, and you have a next man every time he get a chance, he's scoring 2.
Mhm.
So if we don't go for Harry Kane, we going. I don't think he would go to Chelsea, even if they come with the money. I don't think he would. I don't think Arsenal looking for a striker, though they should be. Jesus is not going to take them to the promised land.
I told them that.
So I don't think I'm not sure he would go to Newcastle. So I think if Harry Kane doesn't get a go to United, he will stay another season at Spurs to his and to their detriment. But God bless them.
Harry Kane should do like Sol Campbell. Go to Arsenal. He should.
Yeah, that I was thinking. Like I was thinking he wouldn't go to Arsenal just for the mere fact that that's another North London team, you know. But it makes sense for him to do it. Because if he go to Arsenal, like the only 2 good options he really has is to come to United or to go to Arsenal. In terms of like any good possibility of winning anything, you understand?
In England. But there's also the option of him leaving the country. Now, there's a feeling by some people in England that Harry
But who
Kane is
wants to
not
buy
gonna
him?
leave.
Bayern Munich.
As I
Real
said,
Madrid.
I have heard that Harry Kane's name has been shopped out to the likes of Real Madrid. I also hear that there's some interest from Barcelona who may be looking for a striker. You know, so, and let's be real, Harry Kane's numbers, both domestically and internationally, place him up there as an elite striker in the world.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if teams are interested in him. The question is, would Harry Kane be willing to leave? We all know English players don't have a very stellar record on the go outside, especially strikers. English strikers don't have a very good record when they leave England. So let's see how that goes. Gentlemen, let's get back into United to end it off. You know, we have 5 more minutes to go before they close the bar.
Hey, Robbie, where are they, boy? My cup finish, boy.
Nothing. So
I want to ask about Manchester United, and we're not going in depth. We're going to deal with that on Wednesday.
Right.
Just asking off the top of the head. We finished the season. We have 1 trophy, 3rd place, comfortable in the Champions League positions. FA Cup final to go. How you feel about the FA Cup? We beaten City, yay or nay? Robert?
I don't know. I don't know. It's either we get Real beat out, like a real bad thing,
Oh my God.
right? Or the man of them show up, right? We show up and we beat them because we have beaten them before. We did it.
So it's either a 6-0 or a 1-0 or a 2-1 from United. It's either we take 5 or we win. Like we're saying.
I feel so.
It's not a respectable loss. No respect. It's either a cut tail or we win.
Yeah, because these men they just go quick. But as I say, if they show up, we can win.
All right. Greg B, what say you? FA Cup final result.
I am what you would call cautiously optimistic of this because it's like Rob said, it depends on which version of Manchester United shows up on the day. I believe that we have the chance to beat them, but given all the way our form can be, it's still questionable. Thankfully, there's no away, there's no home advantage. So this can be an evenly balanced fight. I'm taking a 1-0 win.
Fair enough. J1, how you feel about the final?
No, I'm going to go full Martin Luther King on all. I literally had a dream about this the other night, and I dreamt that we won. So I go with that. All right. I dream we win the game, yeah. And I say,
the man believes in his dream. He had a dream. And
I had a dream and I believe it.
Climbed to the top of the FA Cup mountain.
Are you saying
that is what we're going
it's coming home?
It's coming.
Wait. Say that thing. Say that thing. Say that thing.
Because you know we get it.
I'm not gonna say it's coming home because that's I'm like, you know, when they say that that's the recipe for it, nothing else.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, I had a dream, and I believe that the title is coming into the red side of Manchester.
Sage on this man, please. We need some sage, some vervine.
No, I dream. I really dream we went to 1. Serious thing.
Nice.
Guanacho score. Guanacho score. So just if all you into the sports betting, just go and do that one time. Bet on Guanacho to score.
Okay.
Right?
Men move like Ivan Tony out here, yes?
Brother.
One time. Show them me see it one time. We doing it.
CJ, what say you?
I don't know, but if we show up, it can happen. If we don't show up, it's going to be a long afternoon. I don't know.
All I have to say is the last final we were in, I was wearing my classic long sleeve Dwight York Champions League final jersey at Dexter's, and we won that final. I'll be wearing that jersey again. I didn't wash it. So if you come around me and you smell anything, don't dig a horrors. It is there. And we're keeping that good vibes from that win in the Carabao Cup.
Coming up.
And we bring it coming up.
Well,
like that.
we had to look at it positive too. Even if we don't win, at least, we'll have each other.
But get that Arsenal mentality out of here.
I don't know. We have rum.
Although we lost.
We have rum. That's what we will have.
Yeah.
People like, subscribe, tell your friends about United Hour, get the word out there. We have got some really exciting giveaways coming up. Before the beginning of the new season, we are going to be giving away a signed Wayne Rooney card with the letter of authenticity. So you're going to have a signed Wayne Rooney card. We're going to be giving that away. So stay tuned, find out how you could win that signed Wayne Rooney card on the United Hour. Also next season, we're going to have some fantasy football content and fantasy football prizes every month from the fan club. So if you wasn't interested in fantasy before, you have a reason to be interested in fantasy now. So a lot of nice things coming on the United Hour. Stay tuned. Keep it locked. We're going to get that happening. Gentlemen, as always, it's always a pleasure.
Likewise.
Sharing the screen with you all. Martin Phillip said that he expects City to win, but
Martin, you want to see you right now with that comment, now?
All I have to say is that when it comes to, if it is one thing, the city of Manchester has cleaned up. A Manchester club is going to win the FA Cup. Manchester United won the league. Sorry, Manchester City won the league. Manchester United.
No, that's for next season. We'll be taking that one. That's for next season.
Won the Carabao Cup. All the people that want to big up London, forget that. All of you players out there looking for places to go, Manchester is the place to be.
London.
What are you doing?
Remember, Red Devils don't lie.
Hey, you tell me to stop doing that. Tell me it. What's that?
You multiply. Enjoy your Sunday, people.
Hey, if you appreciate what we're doing here at the United Hour, please like, please subscribe, and let's grow this community.